Hello everyone, this is Pratik Grover sir from Methodology, Maths by Pratik Grover sir. Today our topic is to represent irrational numbers on the number line using semicircle method. So before proceeding towards the topic, let me remind you, please subscribe my channel and please click that bell icon and support me as I am making these videos for you and so that you may get your concepts clear from the very basic itself. So let me get back to my topic. Representing irrational numbers on number line with semicircle method. The main reason of this new method is, till now in spiral method, the irrational numbers we get was the numbers under the root sign were natural numbers like root 5. So we were able to construct that number on the number line using spiral method. But what if root 5.1 was given to us? This is a number with a decimal point under the root sign. So such number cannot be represented on the number line using spiral method. For this we have to opt a new method, that is semicircle method. This name is given by me, so it's not written anywhere in the textbook, that is semicircle method. But for easy understanding I gave the name semicircle method. Now this semicircle method can be opted for all the numbers, means no doubt if the number is not decimal also, then also you can opt this method. But spiral method cannot be opted for decimal numbers. This method can be opted for both the numbers, either decimal or normal numbers also. So my first concern is, while understanding, just go through the construction steps first. I will be explaining the construction steps only. After explanation of the construction step, I will definitely give you the justification of this representation of the number on the number line. For that, let me take the question of your textbook only, that is exercise 1.5. The question is, represent root 9.3 on the number line. This question number is fourth question. There is a number with a decimal point in the root sign. Obviously it's an irrational number and you have to represent on the number line. You cannot use spiral method because the hint is it's a decimal number. So how to represent this number? Just go through the construction steps what I am telling you. The number given to you, that is root 9.3, just focus on that number. Use that number 9.3. Whichever number given to you, just add 1 to it, not 0.1. I am asking you to add 1 to it. So if I add 1 to 9.3, it will become 10.3. जो भी नंबर आपको दिया होता है उस नंबर में 1 ऐड करना है. अगर 9.3 के बदले मैंने आपको 8.7 दिया होता तो आप लिखते 9.7. अगर मैंने 11.2 दिया होता तो आप लिखते 12.2. आप में सब में 1 ऐड करना है, ये जनरल फॉर्म है. तो यहाँ नंबर था 9.3 और हमको मिला ऐड करके 10.3. ये जो नंबर मिला 10.3, इतने सेंटीमीटर की लाइन बना लीजिए. उसको एक्सटेंड भी करना पड़ेगा, बट इसकी मार्किंग आपके पास होनी चाहिए. I made a line, but I will mark over 10.3 point. This is my 0 point, this is my 10.3 point. ये मैंने मार्क कर दिया और ये जो मैंने एक्सटेंड किया इसको मैं लाइन दे दूंगा. नाउ ये जो 10.3 मार्क आया है, मतलब 1 ऐड करने के बाद जो नंबर आया है, दैट इज योर 1 ऑन द नंबर लाइन. दैट इज योर 1 ऑन द नंबर लाइन. हमने 1 ऐड किया तो 0 पॉइंट कहां पर आएगा? 0 पॉइंट आएगा 9.3 के डिस्टेंस में. तो 9.3 के डिस्टेंस पे आपका 0 पॉइंट आएगा. दिस इज द 0 पॉइंट. So from this point till 0, it is the number given to you 9.3, and from this point to 1 it is 10.3. हमने 1 ऐड किया. अब ये 10.3 का सिग्निफिकेंस भी बता देता हूँ आपको मैं. हमको ये जो 10.3 की हमने जो लाइन सेगमेंट बनाई है, we have to find the midpoint of this 10.3 centimeter line segment. Don't find the midpoint of 9.3. You have to find the midpoint of 10.3, which is obtained by adding 1 to the number given. how to find a midpoint of such a line segment using perpendicular bisector, which we have learned in standard 8. We'll keep the pointer on the one, we'll make an arc above, an arc below. We'll take another point on this 0, the starting point, make an arc over here, make an arc over here. Do remember the distance of this compass should be more than half the way, then only you get such point. Now find this midpoint by connecting these two arcs. So let us connect these two arcs. I have made dotted line. Why dotted line is required? Dotted line is the helping line. We don't actually require this line, but this is the helping line to give us the midpoint of this line segment of 10.3. I am again repeating, don't take midpoint of 9.3 line segment. Take the midpoint of 10.3 line segment. Now after finding this, the midpoint, draw a semicircle keeping this midpoint as center and this edge point, last point, as radius. This is the radius. Construct this semicircle. After constructing this semicircle, this should intersect the starting point and the 1 point. Now from the 0 point, that is 9.3 distance पे जो point था, draw a perpendicular to this semicircle. Draw the perpendicular to this semicircle. I have drawn this perpendicular. See, this is 90 degree. I have drawn this perpendicular. The point at which this line segment, this perpendicular line segment touches the semicircle, this total length will be root of 9.3. This total length will be root of 9.3. Now we have to represent this root 9.3 on the number line. So keep the pointer at 0. Take the radius as equal to this point and draw an arc. This point will be root of 9.3 on the number line. See, only one is drawn. So mark 2, 3, 4 simultaneously. After 1 centimeter, this will be 2, this will be 3, this will be 4, this will be 5, this will be 2. यहाँ पे 3 आएगा जो बीच छुप गया है, ये root 9.3 के पीछे 4, 5. Likewise, you have your number line from 0 onwards, and this is the way to represent on the number line any irrational number which is given in the root and decimal form. So I am repeating the method again. Go through this method again, and then we will see the justification of this method. The number given to us, root 9.3, add 1 to that number. The answer what you obtain, draw a line segment of that length of in centimeters and mark that point, the end point, as 1 and extend that line as a number line. If that is 1, a 1 centimeter on the left side means the point which is on 9.3. The point which is on 9.3, mark this as 0 point. तो 9.3 वाला जो क्वेश्चन दिया हुआ है वो पॉइंट 0 होगा और जो 1 ऐड करके नंबर आया था वो हमारा 1 पॉइंट होगा. Now take the midpoint by perpendicular bisector method. Don't take midpoint by just dividing it by 2. That is wrong method. We have to construct the perpendicular bisector to find the midpoint of the number obtained by adding 1. After getting the midpoint, draw a semicircle. It should pass as first point in the 1 point. From 0 point, draw a perpendicular to the semicircle. This length will be root 9.3. So take 0 as center, this as radius, and construct the arc. You will get the intersecting point of root 9.3. Now comes a very important part of justification. In the justification, again, as we have did in spiral method about Pythagoras theorem, in this question also Pythagoras theorem will apply. As you can see, there is a 90 degree over here. I'm just completing the triangle by connecting the midpoint of the line segment 10.3 to this point, where this point. I have completed this triangle. Let us name this triangle as A, B, C. I have constructed the triangle ABC. As I don't know this value, I am just right now rubbing this value. I am writing x over here. This x should come out to be root 9.3. This x should come out to be root 9. This x should come out to be root 9.3. Now in triangle ABC, this AC, what is this AC? This AC is actually the radius of this semicircle. AC is the radius of semicircle. What is the radius of semicircle? तो ये टोटल लेंथ कितनी ली थी हमने? 10.5 सॉरी 10.3. 10.3 का आधा वही इसका रेडियस होगा. डायमीटर इज 10.3, तो आधा उसका रेडियस होगा. तो 10.3 डिवाइड बाय 2, आंसर विल बी 5.15. सो दिस AC comes out to be 5.15. Now what is this BC? What is the length of this BC? As you can see, this C till 1, from C, the C point till 1 point, it is same the radius of semicircle. Means from C till 1, it is 5.15. जो ये रेडियस आया था वही ये रेडियस है. इस रेडियस में से हमको ये पार्ट तो नहीं चाहिए. This part is not required from the radius. So we will subtract this part from the radius. The whole was 5.15. This was 1. So the remaining point will be 4.15 from here to here. Why 4.15? This was the radius of the semicircle. From semicircle 1 centimeter, this was on the left hand side. So from 1 centimeter I subtracted. From 5.15, if I subtract 1 centimeter, it will become 4.15 centimeter. Now in this triangle ABC, so this comes out to be 4.15 centimeter. Or you can write unit also. Also, angle ABC is equals to 90 degree. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, AC square will be equals to AB square plus BC square. AC is my hypotenuse. So AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. Now this AC is 5.15 whole square. This AB is x square and BC is 4.15 whole square. I'm not squaring this. I'm just taking 4.15 on the left hand side. So 5.15 whole square minus 4.15 whole square will be equals to x square. As you can see, this is a square minus b square. So by a square minus b square. What is a square minus b square? It is a plus b into a minus b. Similarly, it will be 5.15 plus 4.15 multiplied by 5.15 minus 4.15 equals to x square. Am I right? This 5.15 minus 4.15 will become equals to 1. So, and in this addition, this will become 9.3. 5.15 plus 4.15 will become 9.3, and this subtraction will become 1 equals to x square. This is 9.3 into 1. So what is 9.3 into 1? It is always equals to 9.3. That is equals to x square. If I want to find x, I have to take square root on both sides. Therefore, x will be equals to root 9.3. So we justified that x will always come out to be the root of that number which we want. This explanation of justification can also be explained using x and y, taking variables, taking unknown general values, but this is much easier to understand with regard to the sum given in the textbook. Now any number can be given and you just substitute the values on this number and this will become the justification of that number. Okay, so that's all for today. Or let us do one thing. Okay, not that's all for today. I am just feeling a little insecure that this type of sum cannot be explained in only one type. Let us take example of a general number, that is x. What about if root of x has to be found out? Suppose I am taking my own question. I have to construct the root of x. If time permits, I will explain the justification also using root of x. Now I want to find root of x. So what is my first thing? I have to take addition 1. So I'll take any line segment because it's x. Suppose this is my line segment. Now from this line segment, 1 centimeter on the left hand side. This is my x point, this is my x plus 1 point. The first point I have made is my x point, the second point I have made is my x plus 1 point. So I want this will be 1 and this will be 0. जो x point लेते हैं, जो क्वेश्चन दिया हुआ है उसको हम 0 लेते हैं और जो x plus 1 होता है उसको 1 लेते हैं. Now we need to find the midpoint of this number, this line segment. So to find the midpoint, the line segment, it should be greater than half. Find the midpoint. After finding midpoint, construct the semicircle. After constructing the semicircle, from the 0 point, draw a perpendicular. This will be root x. So represent this root x. We will construct an arc. This point will be my root x point on the number line. This is the general way. Now again we have to justify. So for justification I need the right angle triangle. So I will construct a line joining the center to that point. Now for justification, see I'm not explaining the whole thing but just the measurements we should know. What is this value? This is the radius. Radius means total was x plus 1. The total was x plus 1. So radius will be x plus 1 divided by 2. This will be total x plus 1 divided by 2 minus 1. So this will be x plus 1 divided by 2 minus 1. I am again naming them as A, B, C. So in this case, what is AC? X plus 1 divided by 2. This is the radius of the circle. What is BC? X plus 1 divided by 2. This was the radius. From radius, 1 centimeter has to be subtracted this length. Taking LCM, it will be x plus 1 minus 2 upon 2. This will be x minus 1 by 2. This is my BC, this is my AC. So by Pythagoras theorem, we have to prove this to be root x. So we will take AB as AB only. AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. AC is x plus 1 2 whole square. AB we don't know, so we'll write AB square as it is. BC is x minus 2 upon x minus 1 upon 2 whole square. This x minus 1 upon 2 whole square will go on the left hand side. So this will become x plus 1 2 whole square minus x minus 1 upon 2 whole square equals to ab square. Now we will get x plus 1 upon 2 whole square minus x minus 1 upon 2 whole square as ab square. Okay, till now is it clear? A square minus b square. If we apply a square minus b square, this will be x plus 1 upon 2 plus x minus 1 upon 2 into x plus 1 upon 2 minus x minus 1 upon 2 equals to ab square. In the first bracket, no, in both the brackets actually LCM is not required, but if we solve the first bracket, it will be 2x, x plus x, 2x, 1 cancel, 2x by 2. In the second bracket, x minus x, so xx will get cancelled. 1 and there is minus of minus, that is 1 plus 1. See, x plus 1, but due to this minus sign, it will be minus x plus 1. Because of minus sign, minus minus will get plus, whole upon 2, this will be my ab square. Here 2 will get cancelled, only x will remain. This will be x cancel, 1 plus 1, that is 2 by 2 equals to ab square. This 2 will get cancelled, so x equals to ab square. As x is equal to ab square, so what will be ab? ab will be equals to root of x. So in general form also we understood, no matter what number is given, this length will always come out to be root of that number which question has been asked if you follow the correct protocol, the correct step, the correct method. Okay, so now I think that's all for today. I have explained in bit deeper manner. Hope you found it easy to understand. Actually this method is an easy method as compared to spiral method if you remember each and every step carefully. Okay, so that's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. In the next class we will understand the rationalizing of the number. Till then, bye bye, take care.